Nicola with Trimodus.com, and last week we talked about healthy this, not that alternatives to processed foods. So I want to dive a little bit deeper into this because, as we know, processed foods can lead to chronic disease, and we're talking about diabetes, heart disease, maybe even cancer, and then the biggest one we're seeing is obesity. So when we eat a highly processed diet, we're seeing these issues occur. And so we want to make sure that if we're going to eat processed foods, because it is okay to have it in moderation, that we really focus on getting as healthy or as close to whole food processed foods as possible. And the problem we run into is that marketers in this industry are extremely tricky in the way they're labeling foods. For example, I have a great, what we would think is healthy. It's gluten-free, 22 grams of whole grains, no artificial colors, made in a peanut-free facility. Well, that's great. Zero cholesterol, so our heart health must be great then. Good source of fiber, and then only 3 grams of total fat. So if you saw this walking down the aisle, you'd be like, that is great. This is exactly what I need. It sounds so healthy. Well, we turn it over and we look at the ingredients, and we've got brown rice flour and whole grain yellow corn as the first two main ingredients. Now, brown rice flour might not be that bad, but people do have digestive dysfunction around rice. And so that could be problematic for individuals like that. And yellow corn is extremely hard to digest and can lead to inflammation. Now, the third and fourth ingredients are potato starch and safflower oil. These are extremely inflammatory foods. So having a lot of that in your diet is going to increase your inflammation. And when overall inflammation is increased, chronic disease chance of likelihood increases substantially. So by having these foods, cane sugar, sesame seed oils, millet, all that kind of stuff, we're really putting in a lot of inflammatory foods. We don't want that. We want as close to whole foods and as low on the inflammatory marker as possible. If inflammation is low, chronic diseases, chance of getting chronic disease, will be low as well. So an alternative, or an example of a healthier alternative, would be something like a siete chip. It's just a tortilla chip made with cassava flour, avocado oil, coconut flour, chia seeds, and sea salt. The two flours, cassava and coconut, are very low inflammatory. Avocado oil is a very healthy fat for you, and then chia seeds is going to be some of that carbohydrate and fiber in there, and then sea salt, of course, is going to be a healthier alternative. So the goal is, out of this video, is to remember, this might look like a pretty label, but if we really look at the back, it's not so pretty after all. So I even get tricked from time to time by marketers. Always make sure when you're at the grocery store, really look at the ingredients and understand what it is you're putting into your body. Maybe Google it, is potato starch an inflammatory marker, or what brown rice flour does to my body, and really get a better idea. By educating yourself this way, you're really going to be able to start getting a little bit more savvy on how to read a label at the grocery store. And as we said last week, if you can't pronounce the name, you definitely don't want it. So I hope this has been beneficial for you. I am going to leave some cool ideas of alternative healthy foods down below in the description. And please join me next week, where I'm going to be diving into a really yummy treat that melts away fat and helps with anti-aging. Have a great day, guys.